Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I am very good, thank you. Oh my gosh, thank you. I just want to say before we carry on with this interview, I just want to say thank you. You're such a huge inspiration to me. As you all are, all pageant contestants, whether they be nationally or internationally, very inspiring to me. And to have you join me on a live. Oh, it's such an honor. I watched your whole journey throughout the Miss Supranational pageant, and despite only being delegated um, a week prior to the internationals, I thought, oh my gosh, how amazing. Anyway, before we carry on, I just want to let you introduce yourself
Okay.
to our international audience.
Okay, well, to respond to your introduction, it's an honor, Crystal. Honestly, you've been supporting me since day one. And yes, you know the full story of how I was crowned a week before it was time for Supra. So people like you and bloggers and pages like you that support meant the world. You guys literally kept me going. So I appreciate you for that. I'm super excited and honored to join you. A little bit about myself for those of you that don't know. My name is Gifty Boakye. That's my full name. I am from Ghana. I represented Ghana in the Miss Supranational pageant just last week. Can't believe it's been a week already. And I am a current grad school student. I'm studying international relations in hopes to be a diplomat for Ghana to the United Nations. And I've been a model professionally for about 12 years. So that is my introduction. And I'm super happy and honored to be joining you today, Crystal, really and truly.
Nice. Are you able to just give us a bit of a flash of your sashes?
Yes. Oh my gosh, of course. So this is my, hold on, there's one more actually that I gotta throw on. We're sash queen. So this is my Miss Supra National Ghana sash. We had our sashing ceremony. The mayor of Nova Sax was there to sash us. This is my Miss Supranational Miss Influencer sash, which we won. This was the first special award that was awarded to Ghana in the history of the pageant. And then also I have
Yes.
my Miss Supranational Ghana sash here, right here. So we're
Nice. Nice. So I suppose we'll start from the beginning. What was it like when you found out you were going to represent Ghana in Miss Supranational, one of the most prestigious Grand Slam pageants in the world?
It was kind of surreal. I am a firm believer in nothing happens on accident. And so when it came at me, it was very much like, you're going to do it. I didn't even think twice. It was more so like, okay, checklist, what needs to be done to make sure that you're prepared for Poland and that you're not playing too much of catch up, right? So for me, it was just like, get to it because there's a reason why you've been appointed. There's a reason why you're going to represent your country. And like I mentioned before, I've always been an ambassador for my country anywhere I walk. So this was, I believe, God's opportunity for me to get on a very large platform, shout out to Supranational, and really represent us. And I think that we did a great job for our first international pageant, and we've opened doors for future pageants.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You practically pushed the door open. And now, what I suppose the thing is now is to keep the door stopper at the door and
Yes.
the, allow your fellow successors to be able to
Definitely, definitely. Honestly, I came
push
into the
through.
experience thinking we want the crown, like every queen does, right? But for me, it wasn't about just the crown. It was about getting there, enjoying every moment, and making sure that they see Ghana and they hear Ghana and they feel Ghana. And when I say they, I mean my super sisters, the organization, everyone, the people of Poland, right? I wanted them to know, how much Ghana has to offer, and I was the ambassador in that point. So I came in like I just want to open the door, and we kicked that door down. So I'm excited. Oh, it's raining.
So, so despite only having a week to prepare, actually, sorry, um, so were you a runners-up was there a national pageant held for Miss Supranational Ghana, and were you a runners-up to the actual winner?
So There was a runner-up for Miss Supranational. I actually competed in Miss Universe Ghana and placed, yes, I represented Upper West Region and placed with that in October.
Oh.
And the finale was December. And so following that, with Miss Supranational, unfortunately, Yakor Gore, who was crowned, was not okay to travel for Miss Supra. So they needed someone that they knew would represent, you know, Ghana on an international level to the best of their ability and really do their best. And unfortunately, the first and second runner-ups were not going to be able to get their documentation in time.
Okay.
So they had a few women that have represented Ghana past Miss Universe first and second runner-ups. So I was in line with a bunch of other girls to represent Ghana, and they chose me. So my national director, who is here, Veronica, she's in.
She's here.
Yes, she.
Hi, Veronica.
Took a chance on me, and she believed in me, and she was with me every step of the way, and never took her foot off the gas when it came to us representing Ghana. So when I was on that stage, I was on that stage with her.
Can I just say something? So I've just recently launched Queen of Clubs, which is my online pageant academy. So I train pageant aspirants like yourself and pageant contestants at no cost.
Okay.
I also have side businesses that help financially support that. So I actually have a few girls from Ghana who were so inspired by your participation at Miss Supranational that they have decided that they actually want to train with me towards Miss Supranational Ghana. So no doubt I will be in contact with yourself and Veronica to discuss having my girls compete in the next national pageant for Miss Supranational Ghana. Okay, so what was it like, you know, despite only having a week to prepare for Miss Supranational? What was that like?
It was a bit overwhelming, and I was a little bit afraid of letting myself down and letting Ghana down. But I believe that when you're afraid of something or you're fearful, it just means that you really want to do great, right? Like, it's okay to be a bit anxious and a bit nervous. It just means like you want it that bad. So I channeled that and I fused that into go out there and do it. So when I first landed in Poland, you know, everyone did their departure looks and I had my flag on my back and I was just like, listen, this is for Ghana. And the vice president of Ghana wished me well on the day of my departure. And, you know, that was very special for me. Yes, very, very special. And the NFL Africa was there. They wished me well as well. Like, everyone was just there to wish me well. And just that having those people have my back and knowing that I was going out there not alone calmed my nerves a lot. And when I got to Poland and I think the first person I met was Miss Trinidad and Tobago, Kristen. Her name is also Kristen. She was just so sweet. And I realized, like, you know what? This is going to be fun. This is not just a competition. It's a community. And so that helped with my nerves a lot as well. And then I jumped into it. Like, every day I was up early. I was makeup done, outfits ready. Like, this is Gifty B. And I was also representing myself, right? So it was me just showing people the life of a model, the life of an intellectual woman, you know, that you can do more than just one thing. And so in my influencer challenges, I think that showed a lot in the challenges that I was doing, that you can use more than one gift. You don't have to just be one thing, right? Like, pageant queens already have this kind of stigma on them that they're not the smartest. They're not the smartest, or they don't have too much to say. And if only they knew, you know, how brilliant some of these women that I was working with, and these women have these projects from the ground up projects, doctors. I was amongst like doctors, dentists, lawyers. And it was just like, yeah, it was inspiring. So after week one, the nerves shook off and I felt like I was at home.
Enlighten us actually about your From the Ground Up project.
Okay, so I have a nonprofit organization called Sister Slay. It's an acronym for Sisters Love and Admire Yourself. And it's a mentorship program. Yeah, it's a mentorship
I like it.
program. We are about 4 years old now. And basically, I mentor young girls ages 11 to 17, so through grade school. And I partner and pair them with my colleagues. So, like my lawyer, who's a woman. I have a doctor friend who's a woman. I have my stylist, my hairstylist, all of these women that are doing great things and championing their industry. I partner them with these young girls and they mentor them. So we go into schools. So we went to Washington, D.C., we did New York and Ghana, of course, and they just encourage each other. They empower the young girls. We give them a confidence camp where we kind of show them how to speak life into themselves, how to never dim them, their light at such a young age. Our basis is based off of quality education and gender equality. And we're really there to just push the girls and let them know, like, your options and opportunities are endless. There's not one thing that should limit you in anything that you want to do in the future. So we provide scholarships for these girls. We have super fun like camps and events and that are sponsored by like some of my favorite restaurants. And I just get to watch them go through high school, and then we help them apply for college and things like that. So this year we are also giving away 15 scholarships to 15 girls in Ghana, which is really special to me because at some point it just takes the opportunity, right? There are some very brilliant young girls in Ghana, but some of them just don't have the opportunity, and some of them don't have, the funding and the support to go to school and better their lives and their education. So Sister Slave for me this year was very special. My girls were rooting for me the entire time I was in Poland, and they were just in awe of all the girls that, they were meeting. Lali and Savannah and Kiki. They were just like loving them and loving the bond, because the most important thing about my nonprofit is sisterhood, right? My sister's keeper is our slogan. And in true form, you are your sister's keeper. So that was from my From the Ground Up project. And I just pray that it continues to grow. And hopefully I can bring my girls to the next events and let them just see, what can happen if you really work hard and put your mind to something.
Nice.
Where do you see your From the Ground Up project going, heading to in the future?
Well, I'm praying that we are global now, because Washington, D.C. is where we started, and then Accra, Ghana, of course, and New York, here in New York. So I'm praying that we can make it a global kind of thing where young girls from all over the world can be connected and share their experiences from being in grade school and applying to higher education. That some places call it university, some places call college, high school, like all of those things. I want the different cultural nuances of different places around the world. I want that to be discussed amongst the young girls, and the empowerment to be genuine and the empowerment to be consistent. And so, God willing, Sister Slay will be a household name in the future.
Wow. I really love
It's truly inspiring. That is very inspiring.
Thank you. Those
That
are
is so
my girls.
inspiring.
Those are my girls. They're on my page, and they're just so funny. They love Instagram. They love social media. They're like, Miss Gifty, Miss Gifty. Like
Who doesn't?
they love all the glitz, the glam of it all. So, yeah, those are my babies.
So now tell us about your actual experience at the pageant. What was it like to be in a Grand Slam international pageant? Who were your roommates? And how hectic can a pageant day actually get?
Okay, so I miss them so much. I didn't think I was going to miss my super family as much as I really do. It's only been a week, and I'm just like, where is Miss Finland? My roommate was Miss Finland, Jana, and she was just a ball of energy. And I was blessed to have someone as a roommate that, wasn't taking it too seriously. We would laugh. We would just kind of decompress from a day, because it wasn't easy waking up early in the morning for breakfast. You have to look your best. You have to, thank you. You have to really be consistent. And there were some days where it was like, I don't have the energy for this, And there were some days where it was like, this is tough. And my girls, I think, really pushed me. I got really, really close with, of course, all of the African countries. We had a bond like no other. Like, it was just so beautiful to see, right? So like myself, Savannah, who was Miss Zambia, Lali, of course, our queen who won Miss South Africa, Kiki, Miss Namibia,
Yes.
Meme, who was Miss Lesotho. That was my nickname for her. That was her name in Lesotho, Meme. All of us, just Miss Mauritius, Kadik. We were making TikToks, crazy. Like, TikToks were, it was so much fun to be in a house with a bunch of girls that wanted to make TikToks. Like, here when I'm like,
Yes.
my friends are like, oh, TikTok. But back at the like at the hotel, everybody wanted to be on social media all the time, you know, because we had to create content for you guys. So we were just making TikToks. There were tears. There were days where girls were missing home. There were days where girls were feeling like they didn't do their best at prelims, or they didn't do their best at Miss Elegance, right? So those moments, though they may have seemed like it was hard at that time, is what really got us all through the competition. To be amongst 70 women from around the world and represent Ghana and learn about Kyrgyzstan and Ukraine and Nepal, like Finland, Poland, right? Learn about these cultures was nothing short of amazing. I still can't believe it. It's still like kind of surreal for me. It's only been a week since we've left, but the rehearsals, a day we would spend like a day in the gym at rehearsal, like, and your feet are throbbing, and you
I
know
could only imagine.
you want to get it right. You know, I was the jokester of the group, so I would always make sure that people were laughing. I was always laughing, and I don't think there was one woman of the 70 of us that we like didn't build a bond. Of 70, imagine being with 70 women and all of you guys just like genuinely, this is me saying it, genuinely love each other, genuinely care about each other, genuinely want to see the other person win. You know, there was never a moment where it was like, I want the crown, so I'm going to sabotage. And there's been stories of that at Supra. People like burning people's sashes, cutting heels, things like that. We didn't have any of that at Supra this year. So my experience was amazing, and I'm really glad that I got to make Ghana proud. And I'm super excited to represent Ghana, and my journey this year as queen is going to be amazing. I'm having my homecoming. Everyone's like, when are you coming home? I have to come back to New York. Yeah, I had to come back to New York for a photo shoot yesterday. I'm still working. I had to take 3 weeks off, but I'm going to have my homecoming in Ghana next week. So I'll let you know about that, Crystal, so you can be live with us. And if you have some of your girls that would like to attend, that would be great as well.
I will actually. So are you based in between Ghana and the US?
In New York, yes. So I have an apartment here in Ghana. I'm here in Ghana, here in New York, and in Ghana. And so I'm back and forth like every 2 months. So I'm back and forth. I really just, it's a lot. I really am in New York when it's time for me to do like a shoot or shoot a commercial or things like that. But I also have my store, Native, which is based in Ghana. So a lot of the girls would see me wearing this. This is one of my pieces from my store, Native, and we manufacture in Accra. So I'm back and forth quite often. Yep. So
okay, so speaking of Ukraine.
Yeah.
So as we all know, there's an ongoing war in Ukraine. And during the what was it, the top model competition, Miss Supranational had organised a charity fundraiser, and each delegate had to take a gift from their country to sell at the auction, I believe. Yeah. What is it that you took?
I took a sculpture of an African woman carrying her baby on her back and carrying like a big bowl, a sanka bowl on her head. And the name of the sculpture was, and she was doing this, the name of the sculpture was Silence is Golden. And it just represented the strength and resilience of an African woman. I think that African women are the strongest women that there are, because we literally carry the world on our heads, and we carry our babies on our backs, and the stresses of the world, right? It's not just about the woman. It's about her taking care of her family and reproducing and just and just not speaking about how tough it is, not complaining, just getting it.
Mm.
Sculpture represented that, and we had a buyer who was very excited to take it home that night. And I think that that whole charity cause was a beautiful thing to have. The hotel czar was gracious enough to host
Absolutely.
us, and it was just amazing. So that experience was very touching for me to be able to share a part of my culture and give back.
I actually saw some of the footage that they played during the finals night of a few of the ladies talking about their gifts and their thoughts on the war. It was actually very emotional, especially watching Miss Botswana, I think it was. Oh no, sorry, not Botswana.
Lesotho?
Lesotho, yes. Her in Germany had done a bit of a spill on what they about that auction, and it brought a lot of tears to me because I don't think we actually realize how serious this is.
Yeah.
Or so actually watching that segment on the pageant actually educated myself. Or because here in New Zealand we ain't exposed to such things as war and that kind of stuff. So to know that, just to know that Diana had to, she comes from, she had to come from a war-torn country and still, maintain
Yeah.
such a queenly self to be able
Yeah.
to compete internationally. I thought that's, how inspiring is that, to know that she had left her country,
Yeah.
in an ongoing war, and she's, but I thought, what a great way to be able to speak out about the war in Ukraine, or, and being able to use Supranational as that platform.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my heart goes out to the people of Ukraine.
Definitely. Miss Ukraine was someone that I think we all were very concerned about. We would check on her consistently just at breakfast, like, are you okay? Because while we're all there competing, her mind is on her family and the safety of her family and her friends. And so she was very strong throughout the entire experience. And I think one of my favorite parts about being in Poland and the finale was the Ukraine tribute. I think that that was, every time we practiced that in rehearsal, no one had a dry eye. Literally, we would be exhausted. But whenever it was time to practice the Ukraine tribute, and she would walk down with the Ukraine flag down the middle, it was just like, wow. Like, I feel like she deserved a special award for just showing up and being there and being present and doing her
absolutely
best. Yeah, because I can't imagine.
And you could fully feel the energy and was just like a waterfall of emotions, had been released right on that stage, and to have 69 of her sisters standing by her side. Oh, that was such a moment, and it's, it's very rare that we get, those very teary-eyed segments during a pageant, but kudos to Andre and the Supranational team for allowing Diana to actually have that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's what pageants should be about, about allowing women to be able to speak on behalf of not only themselves but their countries and
Yeah, definitely.
and worldwide.
That's what pageantry should be about. I mean, yes, there's the aspect of beauty. Yes, there's the aspect of, composing yourself like a queen. But there's so much more to being a queen than just looking like one, and then just having a crown. You understand? I think the biggest challenge at Miss Supranational was watching how the girls interacted off the camera, off the screen. How if someone needed lashes put on, or if someone needed their hair braided down, or if someone needed an extra heel, lending that to your partner. Miss Haiti just joined us. Hi, sister. She literally came at 2:00 in the morning to my room to help me fix my ponytail. 2:00 in the morning, and we all had to be up early that next day. Like, those moments screamed queen. That to me is what pageantry is about. It's the gowns are fun, the beauty is amazing, the runway, the swimwear is fun. But those moments, those core moments when you really are your sister's keeper and you're making sure that she's good inside and mentally, just on a daily basis competing, is what I think the core heart of Supranational and pageantry really is. And then just even after the pageant, right? Staying connected, lending a hand. If your sister comes to your country, being an ambassador, showing her around, things like that. Just keeping connected and letting them know that you have a sister in Ghana, you have a sister in Haiti, you have a sister in Germany. Miss Germany just joined us.
Yeah, I was going to say Germany just joined.
Yes, one of my best friends in the competition as well. And between her and Lynn, it's just, I miss them daily. It's kind of surreal, but I know that I'm going to see them again, and I can't wait for us to be together again and just see all the great things that myself and the rest of my super sisters are going to do. I'm excited to watch and celebrate them.
Yeah. Oh, I know, absolutely. Anyway, I just want to say a quick shout out to Jasmine, Miss Supranational Germany, and also Lynn, Miss Supranational Haiti. Also, we've had Miss Grand South Africa join, Lujan. So hi, Lujan. So actually, speaking of Africa, you know, like when it comes to pageantry, you know, African countries are usually a big hit or a bit of a miss. But I was very impressed of all the continents that went to Miss Supranational this year. I was very impressed with Africa. Yeah. Like each country that represented the African continent, oh my gosh, done amazing. Like if I had my way, I would have actually had probably the whole continent of Africa in that top 24. Because, you know, I thought Cote d'Ivoire deserved a position in the top 24. Zambia, you know. But, you know, congratulations to the African queens who did make it, like yourself, Jalita, Lalila, of course, and being the
Kenya,
second.
Roline. Miss
Yes, Roline.
Mauritius.
I think
she was amazing.
Roline was she was my every year I have what I call a pleasant surprise. The girl who makes it, but you kind of expect her to, but then part of you doesn't.
Right.
So she was, I believe, I don't know. Roline was she was a breath of fresh air in that top 24. Like having her and just listening to her her top 12 speech was amazing too, or, you know, what does she say? Just like butterflies transform. Yeah. And, you know, I was just very captivated by that, and I thought, you know, so I was very proud of Africa as a whole, you know, and
Miss Spain joined us as well. Miss Spain.
Yeah.
Yes. That was one of my girls as well. Her walk, everything about her was amazing. When I took my natural hair out during the pageant, she actually inspired me to take my natural hair out. I was a bit afraid that they weren't going to be able to do my hair, but Miss Spain inspired me, and I don't know if you saw like some of my pictures. I had my natural hair out, so yeah, that was Miss Spain. But to touch on what you said, love you, sis. To touch on what you said, Africa did not come to play this year. Africa did not come to play this year, and that's how it should be. I think it's obvious what countries are, you know, powerhouses in pageantry, but that's the purpose of us coming in, and especially me in my experience, my purpose in this journey was to change the narrative for Ghana in pageantry. Like, I need people to know that when Ghana comes, they're coming to place. They're coming to make sure that people that are watching expect, like it's expected that Ghana is going to place. It's expected that, you know, South Africa, Zambia, Mauritius, all of these places, these countries that may have been forgotten as far as pageantry is concerned, to show up. And that's what we did. Every single woman from the continent this year blew my mind. Blew my mind. And Roline is only 19. She's so young and just so mature, so elegant.
19?
Yeah, she was only 19. Roline was 19.
Wow. So I was also surprised when I had found out that she was trained by by Danny Walker.
Yeah, she was trained by Danny Walker. Yeah. He was also at
it kind of all made sense after a while. I was like, or, you know, you kind of put two and two together.
Yep, definitely. She showed up for Kenya and all of the women of Africa. I think for Miss Supermodel, we all had to walk against each other, and it was just like, whoever wins this, I'm fine with that, because Africa was definitely there to represent, and Ghana definitely came, and we represented, and we put Ghana on the map as far as pageantry goes. So I'm thankful, and I'm excited, and I'm honored to have made it as far as I did in Supra.
In speaking of that top model competition, like
Yeah.
despite Africa being the smallest of the groups,
Yeah.
I think, well, actually, no, I don't think, I actually know this, but Africa was my standout favorite group. You know, like I literally had to like kind of rewind back, or so I could kind of make a prediction of placings, or that kind of stuff. But honestly, Africa done very well as a whole, and I think Africa's growth in pageantry in general, all across the board, is very commendable. Like even Africa is starting to make quite a huge presence in Miss Grand, Miss International, or and so far my top favourite for Miss World happen to all be African queens. I'm kind of rooting for Cote d'Ivoire for Miss World at the moment. She is my favourite queen.
Okay.
So far, currently training Miriam Zolasi, who happens to be the crowd favourite for Miss Ghana.
Okay.
So she is the girl I'm training for World Ghana, and her final is on August the 14th. I think the Miss Ghana final is. So
I'll be in Ghana.
Definitely rooting for my girl. And if anything, I would love for you to be able to do a group chat with my Ghana girls, just to kind of inspire them about doing pageantry and what it means to be a Miss Ghana.
Definitely. I would love to do that. Another queen in Ghana that we got to look out for, that I know is going to make Ghana so proud at Miss Universe, is Ingracia. She is literally like a crowd favorite already. And I was in Miss Universe Ghana with Ingracia. She is going to blow us away. So rooting for her. Yes, Miss Grand Abena, who is the new national director for Miss Grand, is doing an amazing job. Yeah, Ghana's not here to play. Ghana is definitely changing the narrative for pageantry, and I'm excited to be a part of it. Excited to be a part of history that was made last weekend, and like we said in the beginning of the interview, breaking down that door of, oh, it's just Ghana. No, like it's more like Ghana is here, right? That's the attitude.
Ghana is here.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice, I love it. So tell us about the reigning Miss Supranational. Tell us about Lalila.
Lali. Okay, so me and Lali met maybe 2 days after all of the girls had been interacting. You know, the first few days, everyone's kind of like to themselves, but, obviously nice to everyone. And we were going for our sashing ceremony, and she had on a red gown, and there was like a little tear in the gown. And I'm like, can I help you? Like, can I help you with your gown? And she was just kind of like shocked, because we hadn't really spoken, but she was so thankful that I was willing to kind of help her. That was our first encounter. And from then on, it was just nonstop jokes, insiders, laughs, up until they crowned her. I think you can see my reaction once they announced her as the queen. I'm like jumping up and down as if they said Ghana, because for me, when she won, we won. And she's a sister that I knew already before even prelims, that I was going to be sisters with for the rest of my life. Her, Miss Savannah, Miss Zambia, Savannah, Kiki, Miss Namibia. But Lali is just such a solid, sweet girl. And every day to this day, we remind each other to just live in the moment, celebrate who you are, and laugh. We're always laughing. We're always sending like funny memes, funny videos, TikToks, and things like that. But she's very much deserving of the crown, and I'm excited for her, and I love her very much.
Absolutely.
And it's a breath of fresh air to see our first Black queen.
I know, right? Like, I find myself like every day, like if I don't see any of her stuff on my news feed, or if I don't see her coming through on my story, or on the stories, I usually like Like I stalk her, like, you know, I start searching her, like, what's today's update? What is she doing today? What is she wearing
Yeah,
today?
definitely. Thank you guys so much. I love you too, SA. I'll be in SA in October, so I'm super excited.
Ah.
SA. So thank you, Wilson. Oh, you guys are amazing. Thank you.
Nice. What takes you to SA?
I'm going there for Afrochella. There's a music festival that we do in Ghana. We've been doing it for 5 years, and this year we are going to South Africa for that. So we are going to do a festival, and then I'm going to host a self-defense workshop class for the women in Joburg, because gender-based violence is a big issue in South Africa right now. So we're going to host a self-defense course and give out some swag bags, some self-defense swag bags like mace and things like that, so that women feel safer walking the streets of Johannesburg. So I'm excited. I'm also planning on being in South Africa when Lali crowns her next queen. So that's going to be a couple weeks. Yeah, so hopefully I can make it out there from Ghana. I'll head to South Africa for that. But those are in the works for sure. So exciting stuff.
Nice. So at the coronation night, at the end of the coronation night, you were very fortunate to walk away with a very super special award, and you were awarded the title of Supra Influencer. Yeah. How would you use your title as Supra Influencer? How would you use that title within the year?
So TikTok, obviously, is something that I've been doing before I even came in the house, right? So with the Supra Influencer Challenges, I was excited to show my creative side. And now that I've been awarded Miss Supra Influencer of the Year, it's more so like I'm gonna take it up a notch and make sure that I live up to this title. And I'm gonna do a lot more informative posts and informative reels and influencer work so people can learn more about Ghana. So like one thing that I've been working on is every day of the week you have a different name in Ghana. So Tuesday is Abena, Wednesday is Akuya, things like that. So I'll be using my social media platforms, my TikToks, my reels to inform people about those things, and partnering with different like restaurants, hotels, and things like that, starting in Ghana, showcasing the beautiful places that you can go in Ghana, places you can eat. For anyone that's never been to Ghana, my social media's purpose is going to be an ambassador for them. So I'll be using my influencer platform. Obviously, also still making people laugh, because laughter is the best medicine. And if I'm not laughing, what am I doing, right? So this new title, Miss Super Influencer, is powerful to me because it means people are watching, people are learning, and people are emulating what I'm doing. And there's a lot of power in that. Yeah.
Well, I think you are truly inspirational and aspirational, you know. And yeah, I don't know, there was just something about the batch of contestants this year. Like, I've been watching the Supranational for a few years now, for the last 5 years, but the batch of contestants of this year was just on an extreme high. Like, like every country came strong this year. You know, usually you have quite a small group of front runners who we consider front runners, or, you know, the favourites. But even this year, like, I'm sure many other pageant portals and pageant enthusiasts could agree that trying to come up with the top 24 before the finals night was probably the most hardest task I had to do within the whole coverage of that pageant. Like, trying to, like,
hot picks were
I
so
wanted.
hilarious. Everyone's hot picks.
I know.
It was so funny.
I know.
Yeah.
And I suppose we all had our little surprises too. Like, you know, there were so many what we called also dark horses, underdogs.
Yeah.
There was just so many. Like, I have a long list of girls who I think should cross over to other pageants, especially Miss Universe, because that's how high the caliber of Miss Supranational contestants were this year. Like, like so high that, you know, and strong that they could you could all go to Miss Universe. Anyway, just to end off before we end our live chat, Miss Gifty, what's in store for Gifty? What can we expect from Gifty?
So first I would like to shout out my sister who's joining us. She was so inspiring she was my backbone throughout the entire experience. So sister, I love you. Thank you so much. Next for Gifty. So before coming into the house, I have a nickname, which is Big Gift. And what Big Gift means is I'm obviously bigging up myself, but I'm celebrating how much I've grown. Like, I'm not that small, doubtful, a little bit fearful person anymore. I'm Big Gift. And now that I've added Miss Ghana and Miss Super Influencer to my name and my title, everything that I'm going to do is going to be big, and it's going to be Supra. And so I'm going to, God willing, I'll be graduating with my master's in the fall from St. John's University in International Development. So my prayer is to be an ambassador to Ghana for the United States and vice versa. And I'll be doing an apprenticeship at the United Nations next season. So I'm excited for that. Sister Slay, my nonprofit, will continue to flourish, and I'm praying that some of my girls can, come through the pageant world, obviously after they finish elementary and high school, and come into pageantry and be inspired by that. My store will continue to flourish, Native, and the brand, my Native company, here it is right here. Our slogan is share your culture with the world. So that's my company's slogan, yeah. And so my company is going to share the culture with the world. I'm going to share the culture with the world. I think I'm done with pageantry. I've aged out, so I will not be in any more misses, but I'll be rooting for all of my sisters. I'll be rooting for my family, my friends that are looking to join pageantry. And so it's exciting. I'm just thankful that I was able to represent my country the way I did and make sure people know that Ghana is not letting up. We're just getting started, and they need to look out for every Ghana queen that comes after me.
Nice. Lastly, what are your final words for not only pageant fans, but pageant inspirants?
Pageant fans and pageant inspirants, my final words would be, do it. Just do it. Go for it. If you're doubting yourself, it's because you know you're going to be amazing, and you're afraid of that. If you feel like you're not going to be the best, that's just doubt trying to hold you back from going off and winning and doing your best. If I would have doubted myself and listened to self-doubt, I wouldn't have went out and made history for Ghana, right? And so my advice to you is to go for it and listen to only your voice when it comes to going for it. If anyone tries to discourage you, ignore it, block it out. Use that to fuel whatever it is that you have going for yourself, whether it's pageantry, whether it's school, whether it's anything in life, but specifically in pageantry. Make them see you, okay? Make them see you. You're unique. You're your own person. There's only one you. So to try to be something or someone else, it's not going to work because you're you for a reason. So go for it. Don't dim your light to make anybody comfortable, to make anyone feel better, because you're not meant to fit in a small box. You're big. And that's coming from Big Gift. So you're big. You're not meant to fit. Okay? So if you don't remember anything I said on this interview, remember that you have more than enough, and more than you think you need to get it done and to achieve your goals and your dreams.
Don't worry, actually, for anyone who's watching this and who has only just tuned in, this will be posted on my YouTube channel. And this interview will be posted on my YouTube channel so that we can watch it on demand. Anyway, Gifty, I just want to thank you so much for allowing me to conduct this interview with you. You are truly inspiring. And I look forward to following your journey towards your future, and I wish you all the best for your future endeavors. So much love, Queen.
Thank you so much, Krista, and all the best to you. Congrats on your new school and your academy. I'll be rooting for you.
Thank you.
If you need anything, if you need me to come, if I'm ever in New Zealand, I will definitely reach out. If you're ever in Ghana, please,
Yes, please.
don't hesitate to reach out. my national director, yes, the Buffalo Queen. I can't wait for my homecoming in Ghana next week. I'll keep you posted on that as well. And it's been an honor,
Yes,
Queen.
please.
I will.
Yes. Thank you.